Hey guys, this is Adam with Thoroughbred Diesel. Today we're doing an unboxing video for a S&B cold air intake. Part number is going to be 75-5043. This is going to be for a 2007 to 09 6.7 liter Cummins. As you can see, nothing really fancy about this box. S&B does have the logo on it. It's on all the other three sides of the box. We're just going to draw attention to this one side. It does have a data tag in it, which as you can see has the part number on it, as well as the vehicle fitment. So just drawing attention to that. We're just going to set the box off to the side and start pulling parts out now. Gives us a little more room on the table to discuss what we're pulling out. So first thing we're going to pull out is the front portion of the outlet tube here. This section actually just mounts up to the box. You can see the mounting holes right there. The hardware, we'll get into that later. The filter actually mounts up to this portion right here. You can see it has a spot for your IAT sensor right there as well. So we'll set the first portion of the outlet tube right over here. And we're going to reach in and grab the second portion. You can see this does have the typical long tube that comes on most of the Cummins. No distinguishing S&B marks or anything like that on this tube. Does have a spot right there for your map sensor as far as the mounting holes as well. Also has a breather tube, or I believe this is called a turbo tube on this one, turbo inlet tube. So other than that, no special features on that one. We'll set that over to the side. And the next thing that we'll grab out are the silicone couplers. You can see. Just ordinary silicone couplers to go for the tube over here. And the next thing that we're going to grab out is the main portion of the kit, the actual intake box. If you open your box and you notice you don't see a filter in there, it's because it's actually tucked into the intake box. On this one, there's no paper covering it, but a lot of times they will completely cover the filter so that no holes get poked in the plastic. But we'll go ahead and pull the filter out and talk about it. Okay, so first thing I want to draw attention to is the fact that there is a filter part number. It's labeled on the filter. Should never need to replace this filter, but if you do, this part number is going to make it a lot easier. If you write that down and save it somewhere, it makes it a whole lot easier to know exactly which filter you have. So as you can tell by looking at this one, first off, the purple color indicates that this is S&B's cotton oiled filter. This kit does also come in a dry version as well. I'd like to point out that there is no difference other than the actual filter in the kit. So the tubes, the box, the couplers, everything, the hardware is the exact same. The only difference is the media that the filter is made of. So if you have a dry kit, instead of having this purple color, you'll have a white dry media there instead. So we're going to take and set the filter off to the side over here. And we're going to talk about the box a little bit. First thing we'll draw attention to on the box, you see a recessed edge right here. This is where your actual plexiglass lid is going to sit right there. So you see that. Let's see. You see the other side, below where the plexiglass recessed edge is, you'll see a further recess. That's actually where your inlet tube is going to attach right there. So you'll see that's going to mount right there. Sorry, your outlet tube, we call it an inlet tube. Go ahead and take that off. See over here on the side is your air inlet, as well as on the bottom. Right there. So we'll show you something else about this bottom real quick. This kit also comes with what they call a box plug. Let's see if it'll sit there without falling over while I open this. Now, the good thing about having this extra inlet down here is you do draw extra air on this kit. However, it also allows you to draw more heat into the intake and into your engine. So S&B actually sends what they call the box plug or the box cap with it. You can see that it actually has permanent mounting holes, as well as the actual kit back here has the holes as well. So if you're worried about too much heat getting to your engine, you can just plug that up like that. But like we said, it's going to take out a lot more air off of it. But you'll reduce the amount of heat. Other than that, no special bungs or sensors in this. You do have the mounting arm up here, but other than that, nothing else fancy on this. So we'll dive right into the mounting hardware. First thing that we're going to get out are the four bands, or the four clamps, I'm sorry, for the silicone couplers over here. We'll set those right over here to the side. Next thing that we're going to get out is the breather tube that we mentioned earlier, and remember that fits right over here onto this little outlet. So you can see where that fits. Alright, next hardware pack we're going to get out actually includes the clamps for that breather tube right there as well as some washers and some nuts for other mounting purposes in the kit. You'll notice on all of these hardware packs that they do all have a label on them. This label is actually specific to S&B. It does have time stamp on it and weight stamp on it as well. What this does is it allows them to measure each of their hardware packs so that when you get a kit, they can ensure that every nut and bolt that you need, every clamp is included. If the weight is wrong by just a few fractions, then they will know and they'll say, hey, something's missing. So the next hardware pack we're going to dive into is actually for the map sensor and the IAT sensor. You'll notice that there's two seals in there, one for each, as well as the mounting hardware for those sensors. And the last hardware pack we're going to get, you'll see two large bolts in there. That's actually for mounting the outlet tube, as well as you'll see some rubber and metal washers with some smaller bolts. That is for mounting the plexiglass lid to the top of your intake. So we'll go ahead and grab the last pack out of the box here. And the first thing that we're going to pull out, probably one of the most important things in the kit, the instructions. As you can see, S&B includes step-by-step full color instructions. It makes it very easy if this is your first time installing something on your diesel. These instructions make it very easy to follow. On the back side of the instructions, this is very important as well, you'll see an inventory list that's going to include every piece and part that should be included in this kit, as well as an exploded map view of your intake so that you can map out exactly where each part should belong once it's assembled. So we'll fold those back up. Then the next thing we're going to grab is the clear plexiglass lid. Now obviously this has a protective paper over it still. We're not going to take time to take that off right now, but you can see the S&B logo is already etched into it, and it is ready to go. And as we said earlier, it just fits real nicely on the top of your kit like that on that recessed edge. And the last two things are going to be decals in this kit. One being an S&B decal. And the last one being your carb decal. This carb decal can be very important if you live in California or if you live in one of the other states that have very strict emission laws. So this has been an unboxing video for S&B intake. Part number again is 75-5043. If you have any questions about this intake, leave them in the comments below. Give us a call. Whatever you need to do to get a hold of us, we'll be happy to help. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. Make sure and like us on Facebook too. Thanks for watching, guys.